Welcome back to the community. Today we're discussing some strange and unusual history. How does a poisonous addictive pill transform into a paper? Let's dive in. It could hide in the palm of your hand, but wasn't a secret. In 1889, this was a status symbol. It promised a horse-free, clear, and silvery voice. To the opera singer, the public speaker, or the desperate traveler, it was salvation. But inside this beautifully engraved metal box weren't just lozenges. They were a Molotov cocktail for the throat, a mixture of cocaine, borax, chlorate, and potash. This wasn't street corner drugs. This was sold as a premium scientific product. Henry Wellcome was an obsessed man. In the 1880s, he and Silas Burroughs founded a firm that didn't just sell medicine. They sold standardization. Before them, medicine was a chaotic, often dangerous guessing game of liquids and powders. They invented the tabloid, a trademark term for compressed, perfectly dosed pills. It was a revolution in efficiency, but it was also the birth of an unchecked experiment. They weren't just selling a pill, they were testing the concept of the quick fix on the entire public. The tabloid format was the first time in history that a single brand could guarantee a consistent, concentrated dose. It was the birth of the medical consumer culture. Why the voice tabloid? Because the Victorian stage was a brutal machine. If you lost your voice, you lost your livelihood. These tablets provided an artificial numbing clarity. The cocaine acted as a potent anesthetic, deadening the throat's, while the borax acted as a harsh cleanser. There were no double-blind trials, no FDA, no oversight. The consumers were the experiment. Performers became conduits for this chemical trial, pushing their vocal cords past the point of safety, relying on a numbing mask to manufacture perfection in a world that was becoming increasingly loud, industrialized, and unforgiving. There was a physical cost to this pill. It wasn't just feeding the performer's addiction. The voice tabloid created a biological feedback loop. The drug masked the pain, leading to vocal cord damage, which required more of the drug to mask the new pain, creating this perpetual cycle of destruction. The genius of Wellcome's marketing was the language of compression. By 1904, the courts were already fighting over the name, but the concept had escaped. Newspaper moguls saw the power in the word tabloid. It meant something small, dense, and instantly consumable. Just as the pill condensed medicine, the tabloid newspaper condensed human suffering, scandal, and truth into something that could be digested in a single subway ride. We didn't just swallow their medicine, we swallowed their format for reality. We live in the age of the tabloid in every sense of the word. We still crave the compressed, the synthesized, and the instant. We've collectively moved from swallowing cocaine for our voices to swallowing algorithms for our attention. When I think about the voice tabloid, I don't just see a piece of medical history. I see the birth of our modern obsession with the instant hit, the dangerous human belief that we can simply bypass the natural friction of life with a single, pre-measured dose. We want our news bite-sized, our connections digital, and our exhaustion permanently masked. But history is rarely as clean as a compressed tablet. It's messy, it's lingering, and it's often toxic. The Victorian performer who relied on this tin wasn't just fixing a hoarse throat. They were participating in a silent mass-scale experiment on human resilience, trading their long-term health for a moment of artificial perfection. We are still the subjects of that same trial. We are still chasing that silvery clarity in a world that grows noisier by the day. So the next time you find yourself scrolling, looking for that quick hit of information or that instant distraction to get you through the grind, ask yourself, what are you actually consuming? And more importantly, at what point does the remedy become the poison? History isn't just what happened in the past, it's the lingering chemical taste of the choices we continue to make today. The box is empty now, but the appetite, that, it seems, is the one thing we've never managed to compress. If you thought this was interesting, stay tuned for the next episode. Hit that like button and subscribe.